Greetings, 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 peace, blessings, greetings to all, wherever you at. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out this Masternomics channel. We got another session, another class, something to stimulate the mind. Masternomics, it's mastery, economics, personal, professional development. We're doing it all to raise our consciousness to help inspire and help entrepreneurs aspire to reach higher heights by using those innate abilities that are within us to help develop the mind, to create the lives that we want, to be the rulers, to be the caretakers of our lives that we was designed to be. It's in our genes, it's in our genetics. And so that's why we have these classes to help you develop, to help ourselves, to reprogram our minds and stay focused and utilize the power that we have internally. And so Masternomics, that's why we do it. And we're going to continue to do it. We're going to continue to take our lives to a whole nother level and thrive with self-mastery. So we're going to get into it, right? Today, we're talking just about that. That's what we're talking about. Thriving in the new age, personal, professional readiness. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So that's what we're talking about. Thriving in this new age. What is this new age? Think about the world that we're living in. Think about how things have shifted from 10 years ago or 5 years ago, even 1 year ago. Things are constantly moving. We're living in a shifting society. But who's doing the shifting? Who are the pushers and the movers of what's going on? Are you being pushed around? Are you the one doing the pushing? And we're going to get into that, right? Because you have that power to control your life, to be the pusher and the mover of your life, not just to be the person just sitting there letting people maneuver you into situations. And that's the importance and power of business. And that's the true meaning of economics, how it affects you directly in your household, right? How it affects you directly in your household. How is your economy? Okay. What are you doing to control your own economy? Don't worry about what you're hearing on TV and stop worrying about on the outside and worry about what's on the inside, because that's the most important thing. And that's what we're focusing on. So thriving in this new age. Personal and professional readiness. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So what's an age? We hear the term new age, right? This is a new age. This is a new era, right? What are we really saying? What are we talking about? So in general, the term age refers to a specific period or era of time. It's often used to categorize or describe a particular stage or epoch in history. For example, the Stone Age. We hear about the Stone Age and the cavemen, right? The Bronze Age, the Iron Age are terms used to denote different periods of human history, characterized by predominant materials used for tools and weapons. So think about that. So these writers of history, right? they use this term age. It denotes a specific point in time. So think about the Stone Age. They said that, when man was just using stones and things and primitive, their aspects of what they're talking about. And a lot of times these things are taught from a European perspective. We don't just dwell on the European perspective, we dwell on the totality. And we know that civilization itself was started on the African continent. But for sake of what we're dealing with, let's say the Stone Age, then you went to the Bronze Age, or the Iron Age. This is where humans were using iron and things. Right. And what they use mostly, they categorize that age or that point in time by what they were using. Right. So the Stone Age, the Bronze Age, or the Iron Age are terms used to denote different periods of human history characterized by the predominant materials used for tools and weapons. Used for tools and weapons. What age are we living in? What are the tools and the weapons that are ruling us. And why do we emphasize tools and weapons? Right? Because think of the society that you live in today, that we're living in today. It was dominated, it was created through tools and weaponry. Okay. So we can really call it the age of war that we came out, the age of physical war, because the tools that dominated to get us here, they're saying bronze and iron, we know it's guns, right? Bombs, missiles, right? These were tools and weapons used to control a certain part of human history, all right? So think about the age, think of age in that aspect. What tools or weapons are governing society? Okay. Are the weapons and tools the same? And we're talking about man or humans, right? We constantly see humans constantly in a war state, or they're dictating society by using certain tools and weapons. What tools and weapons are dictating the society that we live in? What tools and weapons are controlling the money coming into your household? What tools and weapons are controlling the food coming into your community, or the information coming into your community? So the computer age, right? We're still in the computer age, the present time in which many things are done by computer and large amounts of information are available because of computer technology. And so technology has advanced. And so from when I was in school, we had these big, ugly, square box-looking things called computers. And the fonts were so tiny and everything, it looked so primitive, right? But that was the beginning of the computer age. Okay, 70s, 80s, right? And you had America Online, where now you got World Wide Web, and we could talk to people, and I'm talking to people all over the world right now. That's the age that we're living in, right? The present time in which many things are done by computer and large amounts of information are available because of technology, right? Some of us are using this right here, the phone. You can get all kinds of information. A computer is in your hand. Probably shouldn't even be called a phone anymore, because we used to have we had the cord with the phone back in the day, and you had to hold it to your ear, right? And all that. Well, that's ancient. That's gone. Okay. So thriving in this new age, we're going to talk about not surviving, but to thrive in the new age. But you got to understand where you're at. What age are you in? We're not in that caveman dinosaur age anymore, right? We've surpassed the age of knocking on doors and newspapers, riding on bikes. We're in the computer age, okay? We're in the information age. We're currently living in what's commonly referred to as the information age or the digital age. The age is characterized by widespread availability and use of digital technology. Digital technology, particularly the internet, which has revolutionized the way information is accessed, shared, and communicated. The information age is marked by an unprecedented level of connectivity and access to information, which has had profound impact on various aspects of our lives, including communication, education, business, and entertainment. The rapid advancements in technology and the digital revolution have transformed the way we work, interact, and navigate the world around us. Information age. How are we getting the information, right? We're getting it through the internet. We're getting it through these computers, and we're connected more as people. The world is really smaller now. Why? Because you can talk to people all over the world, millions of miles away, like this, like this. You can talk to people on other planets. Governments communicate with people on the moon, right? And other planets by satellites, like this. That's the age we're living in. You have to realize that's the age that we're living in. Information is at your fingertips if you want it. So back to what we said, ages, points in time of history, are defined by the tools and weapons that dominate them. Keep that word weapon in your mind now. So we're in the information age, and the tools are digital technology, particularly the internet, AI, artificial intelligence. These are the tools that are dominating society. Okay. You determine if it's a weapon or not. Is it controlling you, or are you doing the controlling? But this is the age we're living in. And these things are becoming weapons for certain people. The same technology that we love, the same games people like to play, all of the same things are becoming weapons to people. They're becoming weapons. If you don't control it and it gets out of control, it becomes a weapon and it becomes bad or negative for you. Okay, but we're in that age of time where information is at your fingertips. There's no more excuses to be uninformed. Now, just because information is everywhere does not mean all information is good information. Information is information. A lot of it, it will waste your time. It's a distraction. It stimulates you. But for you to excel in your personal life and your professional life and your business, you have to have focus to block out distractions, because you're constantly being overstimulated by stuff. And because we live in this age of digital technology, artificial intelligence, and we have algorithms which know your thoughts so much that they focus on whatever you're focusing on, and they over saturate your mind with it. So you get on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you get on, and if it's a certain type of thing, and it just keeps popping up, because they got your algorithm. So this is now the technology is being weaponized. Why is it a weapon? Because it's controlling your time. It's keeping you distracted. So if you're an entrepreneur, you have to take the power back, right? If you have given it up or if you didn't realize it, you have the power to use these same things that are just utilized to make money off of you, use them to your benefit. And you can dominate in this age, okay? AI, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, AI, refers to computer systems capable of performing complex tasks that historically only a human could do, such as reasoning, making decisions, or solving problems. Think about that. This is intelligence now that is capable of performing complex tasks that only humans could do before, right? Reason, make decisions, solve problems. That's what humans do. That's what developed humans do. Developed humans do. Humans that develop themselves, they can reason and they can make decisions and they can solve problems. That is what an entrepreneur does, solves problems. So you've had some scientists have created ways to get an artificial being, created this device, might look like a person, might act like a person, but now they've got it to where it's thinking, it's mimicking you, right? So this thing is now thinking and it's making decisions. How many people, humans that was born with this unlimited potential, aren't even thinking, aren't even making decisions? They're not even controlling their lives when they have the ability to think, right? These people made AI based off of you. So these great so-called scientists and these most intellectual people, they created this intelligence based off of your intelligence. But most people don't tap into their true intelligence. Most people do what's being done now. They're allowing someone else to create some technology that's going to control them. But if you're an entrepreneur, you should be solving and fixing problems. So you should be taking that technology and using it to better yourself and better humanity. That's the true great thing about technology, what it could be done. But who is in control? Is it a tool that's developing humanity, or is it a tool that's weaponized and controlling and dominating? You got to decide that, because you got AI at your fingertips. And if you're not using AI in your business or to develop your family, your household, then somebody's using it to control and maneuver your household. And they're controlling and maneuvering these thoughts. And thoughts become things. So the more you think about things that are non-productive, the more non-productive your actions will be, and your life will be non-productive, and you won't be living, you'll be just existing. Because just because you're breathing don't mean you're living, right? There's a lot of people that are dead on their feet. And you're not dead when they just put you in the ground and put you in that box and put that stone on you. You're dead when you stop making impressions in life. So you got to make impressions, because this intelligence was made off of you. You, the human being, that great supreme being that you are. Because you are a supreme being. You are not the supreme, but you are a supreme being. Because the supreme is inside of you, and you are a being. But the supreme cannot be held and trapped, right? The supreme, or what people call this divine, or they call it God, is 100% equally present in all places and all things at all times. It can't be trapped. It's everywhere, but it's in you. And so some people, some humans realize how powerful you were, and they're creating artificial intelligence to think for them, but they're controlling it because they're programming, right? Mental faculties. This is what you have. This is what your mind is. These are faculties that you don't really focus on. Okay? Because they keep you focusing on your senses, what you see, hear, touch, taste, and smell, and that's what they program you. But you learned that when you was in kindergarten. You learned that in the first grade. See, hear, touch, taste, smell. But if you take children at that age and you focus them on these right here, these mental faculties, intuition, imagination, perception, reason, will, memory. If you take humans and you teach them and you develop them with the understanding of these mental faculties and how to develop and enhance these mental abilities, you create giants. You create giants that create AI that helps move humanity, your life, your household, with you, your wife, and your children to a higher level, helps you get the money that you want, helps you produce the business that you want, helps you quit the job that has you working for somebody who's controlling your time. And you're stuck in a society. This is the information that we need. This is what we have to do as entrepreneurs. If you have a business, for whatever reason that you started that business, right? If you have a desire to help people through service, and that's what business is about, serving. If your business is a service-based business, you got to develop this imagination. We just looked at the definition on the last slide of AI, and it says the ability to solve problems. So they're creating technology or these cyborgs or whatever to solve problems. They trying to take your job. Is that what they're doing? Is that what technology is designed for? To take the jobs of humans? Only if you believe that. And only if you believe that you're just here, a being that's walking and talking, and you should live by somebody else's programming. But if you know who and what you are, right, then you don't need anyone to solve the problems for you, because whoever solves your problems controls your situation. And some people create problems just to come in and then solve it to make themselves look like, they're the big stuff. Look like they're the god of this situation. And this has happened over and over throughout history. We're just now in a time where everything is digital and all information is at your fingertips. So we got to seize this time. So you have to take this technology and use it in your business. Okay. All we hear about is, AI taking people's jobs, people losing their jobs, people can't do this. You know, now they got computers doing all this. Well, what are the people going to be doing? What are the people going to be doing? What's happening? We're seeing humans become lazy. We're seeing, you know, our kids and grown folks want to put devices on their head and just live in a false reality. They want to get stimulated, whether it's sex, whether it's whatever. They just put this on and they just stimulating themselves. Right? When you have that ability to create their own stimulation, you got the ability to create your own reality. You don't need their virtual reality. The power is in us. But we got to understand we have this. We have an imagination. I don't need a machine to imagine things for me because I'm limited. I'm unlimited. Okay? Perception. I can see things through multiple different ways and lenses by my experiences, by the information that comes in into my life or the things that I allow to come in my life. Right? Memory. We can study your past experiences and study history. Will. Your willpower is immeasurable. There's no one that can tell you what you can't do but you. But if we program human beings and we take away this right here, this slide right here, and they don't realize that all this is unlimited, then we have little robots already. So what the AI has exposed is that some people are lazy. And if now you have the ability, you have access to technology that can, you know, do the job of 5 and 10 people like this, and it don't get tired. It doesn't have kids that they have to go pick up from school. It's just technology, and it can just send out messages, right? That should help you jump your business. You can't operate your business how you was operating 10 years ago when we didn't have the technology. Use the technology to better your business. Okay? So think about the leaders of the past. Think about the leaders that lived 50, 100 years ago, and they made speeches. Let's think about somebody that lived 100 years ago, and all they had was a radio. Okay. And this station didn't play in this country. They could only talk to 100,000, 200,000 people, whatever at a time. Now, because of technology, you can talk to the world right now. So if you have access to all the people that you want, all the things that you want at your fingertips, and your business is still sputtering, you don't have a point of emphasis on using this technology to advance your business, you will become a slave because the technology is here. But whether you're a master or a slave is going to be based on you and how you use your mind. So New Age, the term New Age is often used to describe a modern alternative approach to spirituality that's distinct from traditional religious institutions and dogmas. And that's really garbage. I'm going to tell you why. Because this is the definition that you look up and this is what you get. But it often describes a modern alternative approach to spirituality that's distinct from traditional religions and institutions. Let me say it like this. What they're calling New Age today, is people that, you know, focus on the internal aspects of development through meditation, through fasting, through self-discipline, through using natural elements that are here, water, earth. People who realize that we have a spiritual part inside of this physical body. They'll call that New Age. But that ain't nothing new. What's new on this planet is the religious institutions. It's the schools that take you away from self and don't develop the will, the intuition, the imagination, right? And so when somebody goes back to the ancient way of doing things, when we was controlled, what the AI that's being developed today is based off of us as in the creators and founders of civilization, of thought itself. They say, well, that's New Age. but they say the term new age in a negative perspective. So they can have their definitions, right? It's just the original and proper way of doing things. It's the proper way to govern your life through self-mastery. It's saying, I have the power, I have the ability. The onus is on me. Because the power ain't out there, the power is in here. It ain't that it ain't out there, it's in here also. It's out there and here, everywhere. But you got to first realize it's in you, right? And they'll say, well, that's new age. So they can say whatever, but that's ancient. Because before these schools of thoughts that or these institutions that indoctrinate people, from the education system to the religious system to the judicial system, right? Before they existed in the present form, there was a lifestyle that existed that is natural, and it's a spiritual science, right? Spiritual, sacred science. Okay. And that is how society or civilization was started, right? Because spirituality is unseen science, and science is seen spirituality. And that's a great book. You should read it by Dr. Kaba, Professor Kaba Kameni, right? And that shows that it's all interconnected. But when people hear this type of teaching, they say, well, that's new age. What has the old age gotten you? Because it's old. Because we just went through what ages mean, right? And ages are defined by points in time. What tools and weapons dominate that society? So if we go back for the past 100 so years, what tools and weapons dominated that world? Religion, war. And the war was through mechanical bombs. And then the mental war was through religion and educational indoctrination. We're past that time. We're in an information age. People got to catch up. So when we talk about entrepreneurship, we're talking about it from the internal aspect, the aspect that there's unlimited power. And that's what you have, unlimited power. Okay? So whatever is created, so use technology for the advancement and betterment of your life, first and foremost. Your family, right? So artificial intelligence versus human intelligence, are they really versing each other? If humans created the artificial intelligence, then we're still smarter. We're creating things. But the thing is, we're allowing other people to create intelligence that is enslaving people. It's not enslaving me, because I'm going to use it for the betterment of me and mine. And I'm going to use it to do what I'm doing now, find creative ways to use this AI to reach more people. The fact that I'm talking to people around the world right now, that is a form of artificial intelligence. Things created, and they can spread information all around the world. Right? This is the digital world. This is technology at its finest that we're communicating. So we shouldn't be saying, oh, we're losing all the jobs and this and that. You know, people want us stuck in a fear factor. They want you stuck in fear. They want you worried about if the immigrants is taking your jobs, or now is the computers taking your jobs, right? When you should be creating jobs. You should be using this technology to better humanity, right? And if you use it, you become the controller of it. And then the fear is gone, and then it becomes powerful. But if you're just sitting down and ain't doing nothing, you being lazy. So entrepreneurs, if you're just sitting down and you're making excuses, say, oh, people don't want to do that no more because they can do this. People don't buy newspapers no more, they don't do this. They're still getting information. They're just getting it through a new source. You become the source. You connected with the source anyway, right? And that's what it's really all about. It's all about you and what's inside you. I always tell people, I don't just help start businesses. I develop the mind of the business owner. If your mind isn't developed, your business ain't going to go nowhere. And it's going to come a point in time in your business when you're going to, in this physical world, you're going to hit a rough spot. You're going to hit an issue, and your finances is going to be challenged. Something's going to happen, right? But then what you're going to have to do is go inside. And it's not enough to just tell people, oh, just give it to God. No, we have to tell people, tap into God, because God is in you. The power is in you. And that's in all of the religious books also, right? It's in all of them. For people that do the study for themselves, for people that read and study to show themselves approved, you'll find out the power is in you. It's in your DNA. It's in your blood, right? It's in you. And so once you realize that this is nothing new, this ain't new age teaching, telling people about self-mastery and personal development, and telling people that they have the power and they have a mind that has unlimited potential and unlimited thought, and that their body is just a suit, right? But what's inside it will live forever. And to become conscious, which means to be aware of the power that you have. Telling people to develop themselves, use their imagination. Telling people that whatever they see when they're walking around in the world was the thought of somebody else, and they have the power to think things into reality. And helping people access that power. Helping people manifest through concentration, visualization, meditation. Teaching people techniques of how to manifest. That ain't nothing new. It's ancient. Even more ancient than these monuments that you're looking at. You see here Imhotep, the statue of Imhotep, the great master healer, right? Where all your doctors and everybody in the medical field study under Imhotep. Hippocrates and all these Greeks that came and first studied. They studied in Ethiopia, in Africa, in Egypt. And they took it back home, to their home, to Greece. And the Romans came and dominated them. But this is where all this information comes from. This is in you. This is your connection. This is where the schools of thought existed. And in this age, it wasn't just about total domination or the weaponization of knowledge. And we lived at a state of what's called ma'at, which is balancement. So for you to get balancement in your life, for you to control your life, for you to control the information that your children have and your family have, then you have to realize you have the power and you have access to it. It's the information age. Your beliefs shouldn't be the same that they were 10 years ago. What I mean by that, the essence of you is there, but the way you look at the world, things should shift, because you should be having more experiences. You should have read more. You should have studied more. You should have utilized this thing called life to its fullest, and not just be existing and letting other people create new systems, new education systems, new medical systems, new things to do this, do that, and you just live in life, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, and you die, and you left no impressions in life. You did nothing to create generational wealth. We can't live like that. Okay, you can, but what happens is the future generations will live exactly like you are, and that's the problem that's plagued so many of us so long and plagued our communities. But now, because of information age, we have to take back the power, and we have to put the information on thought leaders, teachers, coaches, business owners, we become them. We don't have to start look for people to lead you. You become that. Okay. And it takes discipline. It takes discipline. But you have to do it if that's what you want to do. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you're in business, you have to be ready. And the way you be ready is you stay ready. And that's every day. Learn something new about technology and how it can better your life. Right? Don't look at it in a fearful way of saying people are doing this or that. Learn something new. Take more classes. Get more information, do more study. How can this technology advance my business? Right? Technology shouldn't be creating artificial food that you digesting. It should be creating new ways to grow natural food using technology, right? To better your body and better your health. So everything somebody creates for bad, you have the power to create it for good because you have that power. So I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you got something out of this. Like, subscribe, share, pass it on. Masternomics. This is what we do. We help you go to a higher level, raise your vibrations. That's what it's all about. Reaching the next frequency. You have the power. It's unlimited. Be who and what you are. Peace.